Hello, what's up? And in today's video, we're going to be answering a big question in Skyblock. Now in Skyblock, there's a lot of different things that are important. There's weapon progression, armor progression, there's dungeons, there's farming, all these different things, okay? But a big thing is this skill called combat, okay? And combat is a very important thing because it increases your crit chance. Crit chance is very important, etc., etc. Now, one big combat weapon for people who aren't really mage is archer, or people who use bows, okay? And a very powerful weapon is the JUJU shortbow. Now the JUJU shortbow is powerful for many reasons. Like just looking at the base stats here, mine is nowhere near max, it's very weak. But it still looks very strong, especially in dungeons. Now, first off, there's going to be a few different categories that we're covering on whether or not the JUJU shortbow is worth it, okay? We'll be doing a damage test. We'll be checking the price. We'll be checking its versatility. And we'll also be checking when are some good situations you can use it, and if it's easy to resell and stuff like that, etc. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. Hello, okay, so we're over at the auction house right now just to check some of the prices of JUJU shortbow. So let's go and look up JUJU. Should be enough. Let's go to lowest price actually. Lowest price is about 25 million coins. For a decent one though, it's going to cost you about 50 million coins, which is a lot, but for example, the one that I have works just fine, and it does a lot of damage, which I'll be showing you in the damage test. But overall, the price is 25 million coins for just a base JUJU. Now, there are also some insane requirements for this thing, okay? Something I forgot to mention. There's also requirements. It requires Enderman Slayer 5, okay? Enderman Slayer 5. Now, that might not sound that hard, because if you go over here, and if you go to the end over here, you know, there's a lot of different Slayers, and Void Gloom Seraphs are one of the hardest. And you have to get to Enderman Slayer 5 by just killing Endermen, spawning the boss, killing them, spawning the boss, and then you have to fight the boss. Now, I'm nowhere near the level to do it on my own. Like, that costs a lot for carries too. So, you're gonna either have to do it on your own and buy the armor, all that stuff, which is going to be extra expenses just to get the JUJU's requirements. Or you can pay for carries, which is also extra expenses for the JUJU requirements. Now, if we go over here, one sec, magic, and would you look at that, we are in the house now. Anyways, so, whoopsies, if we go down here, then you're going to find this guy, Maddox the Slayer, okay? He gives you different Slayers. There's Revenant Horror, Tarantula, Broodfather, Sven Packmaster, Void Gloom Seraph, Riftstalker, Inferno, all that stuff. Now the one that you want to be doing is Void Gloom Seraph. Now there's a lot of different stuff here. There's Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4. Now, it's very complicated, but I'll just real quick pull up on the screen, you know, how many of each one you'll have to kill to unlock it, because I don't have it right now, but I'll do that during editing, with the magical power of editing, as you know. Anyways, let's just go in, Tier 4, 210 million health, okay, 21k per second. There's a lot of different things, but it gives you 500 Enderman Slayer XP. Okay? Anyways, these are some nice, you know, rewards that you get obviously, the JUJU short bow is right here on Enderman Slayer 5. Same with the vorpal katana. But yeah. So that is the thing. You kind of you need Enderman Slayer 5, and it's very difficult. Obviously, you can get yourself some. Okay, I don't know what that was. Either way, you can get yourself some of this stuff, Final Destination armor. It'll help you survive in the end, but you have to get like 70,000 kills. I don't even know. It's a lot of kills though. 7,000, I think. Something like that. I'm nowhere near max. I think it's 7,000, yeah. I'm nowhere near maxing it yet. That's why I'm not using it. But it gives you extra defense against Endermen, which is awesome when you're doing fights with Endermen. Because, well, Endermen, they do a lot of damage. Now, that was pretty long. But I'm going to say that's about it for the requirements and cost. Because I will say the requirements are extremely difficult, and they're going to add a lot of money to it. Anyways, now we're going to move on to the damage tests. Also, I'll show you all the stuff that I have for it. Anyways, let's go. Hello guys, we are back. And we're just going to be doing it on some graveyard zombies, just to keep it nice and simple. First off, I'll show you all the gear that I'm using, just so you know all the stuff. I'm using very, very weak Shadow Assassin armor. So, obviously, I'll scroll down. All very nice, but it's not very powerful whatsoever. And then, for my talismans, I only have 83 magical power, and I've selected 2 bloody. Now, as you can see, my profile is not very strong. And I haven't been playing for too long, but, you know, it is what it is, okay? Anyways. So, with the JUJU short bow, quickly I'll show you the stats of this too. Again. So those are the stats of the JUJU short bow. For my pet, I have a rare tiger equipped, which is not very powerful either. But yeah, we have that. Anyways, let's get into the damage test. So if we go over, actually wait, whoopsies. These are my stats, obviously. Completely forgot about that. Stats, yeah, there you go. So, here. A cool thing about the JUJU is actually if it's packed up, you can hit multiple enemies at once, which is awesome. But here we go. Let's go over here. We are dealing 19,000 damage. Let's go for another one. 19,000 damage. 19,000 damage. One more. 19,000 damage. Just, I feel like there's something different if we group them up. Let's go over and find some that are grouped up. Here. Okay, people. There we go. No, nope, still 19,000 damage. Hey, oh, 20,000. Okay. Either way, it shoots pretty quickly, which is awesome. 0.5 second cooldown, so you can just pretty much just spam it. Which is awesome. There's a lot of damage too, so that's cool too. And now that we have our damage test outside dungeons with very weak gear, we're going to go inside dungeons and we're going to see what that's like. See you there. We are here in the dungeon, and yeah, so we're really weak right now, so we are in floor 2, but that is what it is. First off, I'm actually going to show you the clearing potential of the JUJU short bow, because I feel like that's very important to a lot of people who want to have JUJU, is the clearing potential. It clears really well, honestly. There's a lot of damage too, so you're able to one-shot all the mobs here easily. Clears really well because you can hit multiple enemies at once. That's what really helps out with the clearing potential. Yeah, so let's go. Oopsies, did not mean to right click that. Either way, kill a few more mobs. Right, we're gonna move on to the damage test now. So, first off, I'm gonna try and find some crypts to do it on, but first off, let's just test it on this tank zombie. We are dealing about 20,000 damage to the tank zombie, which is about just as much as we are dealing outside of dungeons, which is awesome. We are doing about 459,000 damage to the skeleton soldiers. Now also, as you might have just seen, keep in mind that the arrows actually fire twice, so you're going to be dealing about 1,000,000 each click. So if I click once here, it actually shoots 2 arrows. But it only works in dungeons this way as an archer. Just keep that in mind. We are dealing 205,000 damage to the crypt undeads. To check again, we're still dealing 205,000 damage. Awesome. So that's it for the damage tests inside and outside of dungeons. Okay guys, so we're back at the hub, and the question still remains: is the JUJU shortbow worth it? It's a good question, honestly, because when we looked at the prices and requirements, it was pretty expensive, especially for mid-game players. Unless you have a good money-making method, then that could take a lot of time. But then again, it really showed. Okay, you know what? It really showed how good it was in dungeons and outside of dungeons, as this is great clearing potential. And outside dungeons, obviously, you're going to be using your melee weapon, not as much as you're not going to be using your JUJU as much, but still really nice to have for long range attack damage. But yeah, so I'm honestly not sure. But in my personal opinion, the JUJU shortbow is definitely worth it if you think you're willing to put in the time and effort to get Enderman Slayer 5. Or if you already have Enderman Slayer 5, then you should definitely get JUJU shortbow, because it's a great step. But all I will say is that it's not going to be that good if you don't level up your other parts of your profile, like farming, all that stuff, and get talismans and stuff like that, which I don't have. Now just make sure you're getting all that, and JUJU is a great option for you. Now, thank you guys for watching so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.